honestly. This is not like 1985. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am taking a break from some of the, sadder stuff that's been on my channel lately, and I thought I would do something fun. And I love these types of videos, so I love watching them. Hopefully I'm gonna love making them, and hopefully you get something out of it as well. So this is going to be a toddler Amazon must-haves video. I realized after I got all of my stuff together that only 2 out of the 8 things I'm about to show you don't have to do with eating. But since feeding a toddler happens at least 3 times a day, and it is probably one of the most stressful parts of raising a child, I figure why not? All this stuff is gonna be good stuff that hopefully you guys can use. Some of it might be a no-brainer to you, but I know that it wasn't to me until I saw it and I realized, oh my gosh, I have to have this. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so number 1 on my list is these eating utensils from Ryan and Rose. So yeah, Ryan and Rose. I needed to make sure that that was the right brand. I love these. Not really because they work well, because I'm gonna be totally honest with you, they don't really work that well. Like, this side is supposed to be kind of a fork where you just like press it onto the food and it can pick up the food that way. If you can see, it's basically like a circle. So that's how it's supposed to work. It also has a spoon on the other side. I'll be totally honest with you, when I got these for my daughter, I got them with the sole purpose of teaching her how to use utensils. She'll be 2 in November and she wasn't really getting it with the fork and the spoon. So I got these because I had heard from some other YouTubers that it helped their kids figure out how to use eating utensils, and that purpose actually worked out. These didn't work well, like she could never really pick up food with the fork side, but because they're so kind of interesting, she was really intrigued by them, and just the process of her being interested in using something ended up getting her used to using a fork. So we used these, I think like 3 times, and after the 3rd time, she was good to go with using a regular spoon and a fork, and now she uses a spoon and a fork every time she eats. So I think definitely worth the money. I think maybe these were like a little less than $15 on Amazon. I'll link them down below and I'll leave the price, but they didn't work exactly how they're supposed to work, but for the purpose that I got them for, they worked perfectly, and I highly recommend it if you are wanting to get your toddler to use a fork and a spoon. Okay, number 2 on the list, I saw these on Amazon. I just randomly like happened upon them and was not really looking for anything like this. I had never seen them before, never heard of them before, and immediately saw them and thought, oh my gosh, this is the most brilliant idea of all time. It's these silicone lids that are sippy cups. I don't know what the brand name is, but I'll link these below, but they are seriously amazing. They stretch really far, so you just put them on top of any cup. So it can be, another sippy cup, it can be a plastic cup at a restaurant, it can be literally anything, and these will fit on it, and they don't leak, and they are just like lifesavers. And they're so easy to just throw in your diaper bag. They don't take up any space. You can just like wad them up. They're also machine washable, so you can put them in the dishwasher with everything else. And they're honestly just like the coolest thing and just such an easy hack. So these are absolutely amazing. I cannot recommend them more. I tell every single mom that I know about these. They're awesome. Go buy them. Number 3, again, this is another eating related item. And also you're gonna start to notice a trend of silicone. I mean, silicone, if you have toddlers, silicone is your best friend. It's easy to wash and it can't get damaged, and it's just like the best thing that you could possibly get for yourself and for your sanity. So my next one is these, the brand is Tunno Tots by Bella Tunno. I know that they actually sell these, or they sold them at Target for a while, and I actually bought my first one from Target and I loved it so much I decided to go on Amazon and see if they had more, and they did. They have like a ton of colors and different little sayings on them. This one says squad goals with a taco, a pizza, and some french fries. We have one that says what does it say? I don't remember, but they're just all like really cute little sayings. One says, I'm just gonna go get them. I don't know why I'm trying to remember and I can't. Okay, I just went and got a few more. We have quite a few of these too. I think we've got 4 or 5 of them, but we have one that says sweet dreams are made of cheese. Very catchy. This one says give peas a chance. So they're all like that, super cute little sayings on them. They come in really fun colors. And the best part is on the back, this suctions to your table. So your toddler, you put their plate down and they can't pull it off the table, so they can't be like fleeing their food all over the place unless they use their hands, which we all know they do use their hands. So I love these. They're a pretty good price, but really highly recommend them, and they're super durable. They're also machine washable, so you can throw them in the dishwasher, and I just think that these are gonna last a really long time. So if we do end up having more kids, these are gonna last for a really long time, so love these. Okay, so since we're still on the bandwagon of food and like trying to make things as least messy as possible, next item on my list is this giant box of wet wipes. So these are awesome because they're really easy to just like throw in your pantry and they don't take up too much space, but they're also like single little packages, so you can put them in your diaper bag as well and you can take them with you. And the thing that I love about these is obviously, you know, you have baby wipes and stuff like that, and those can clean up messes and do all of that. What I like about these is that it's almost like having hand sanitizer, but in a wipe form, because they actually kill bacteria. So this says it kills 99.99% of germs. So I also like to use these because my daughter is still pretty little, and if we go somewhere, it's really hard to get her to wash her hands. I'm having to like hold her in one hand and put her hands under the water in another. And so these are really great because I use these to wash her hands before we eat, before dinner time, anything like that. And then I also use these after we're done eating, and it can clean up the mess and it gets rid of all of the germs and everything that she's got all over her face and her body. And again, like this might sound like a no-brainer to you if you already use these Wet Ones wipes, but I saw this randomly on Amazon and thought this was brilliant, and it's such an easy thing to just throw with you anywhere you go. This is our second box. We got our first box probably about 2 months ago, so it lasts a long time because again, we're using these multiple times a day, every single day, and we're 2 packs in on this one, so these are definitely a must-have. Okay, so my next item, again going along the same lines of eating, food, all of that, but also this can be used for a lot of other reasons as well, is this, oh, this is really large. It's this booster seat that we got on Amazon from Ingenuity. And I love this because, first of all, it's got clips on the back, so it clips to the back of your regular chair, and it also has clips on the bottom. So it clips underneath the chair as well. So you know your kiddo's not going anywhere when they sit in this. And then they have their own little 3-point harness when they sit in the seat. So they're not going anywhere. And the thing that I really like about this, and really just any booster seat, is we had a high chair for my daughter. And once she hit around a year and a half, she just wasn't really interested in being in the high chair. Like she was like kind of away from us. She wanted to be sitting with us at the table. And even when she sat with us at the table, she was so high up in her high chair, she just didn't really like it very much. I don't know. Maybe you guys feel the same way with your toddlers. Like they get to an age where they just want to be with you and feel like a big kid sitting at the table just like everybody else. So we got this for that reason, so that she could feel like she was really part of the family when we all sit down and eat. And it worked like a charm. She absolutely loves this thing. She will ask to go sit in the booster seat all the time. And it also makes things like arts and crafts and little projects that we do really easy, because We just put her in her booster seat, push her up to the dining room table, and she's good to go. And it's super comfortable. She'll sit in this thing for hours if she wants to. And it's also really easy to clean, which is such an important thing when you have toddlers. So you can just take off this top part here. This whole piece comes off, and then you're just left with this one. Sorry if this is already dirty, we just had lunch. So you can clean this separately. You just wipe it down with those wet wipes. Easy peasy. And then you can put it back on the chair, and you're good to go. So it's honestly like such an easy thing, and it's so much less expensive than a high chair. I think obviously when you have a tiny baby, high chairs are pretty important to have because this wouldn't be tall enough for like a small baby. But once they hit like a year old, this is such a really awesome thing to have. The next one that I have is not food related. I know, crazy. But if you have little girls, this is gonna be great for you. If you don't have little girls, this probably isn't gonna, like, you're not gonna really be able to do anything with this. But the next one that I have is this little outfit. So this is the top, and this is the bottom. And I got this off of Amazon, and it was like, I mean, maybe $12, maybe less than that. I can't remember the seller of these, but I'll link it down below. And they've got these in tons of different colors, different patterns, all of that good stuff. And it's like a linen material, so it washes up really nicely. We've already washed this one probably 3 or 4 times, and we have another set in white as well for my daughter. It does shrink just a little bit in the wash. The very first time you wash it, it'll shrink. So I would suggest, we got a size 2T for her, and she's currently anywhere from 18 to 24 month size to a 2T size. And the first time when we put her in this to see what the sizing looked like before I washed it, it was a little bit too big. After I washed it the first time, it was perfect. So I would suggest getting like their normal size, if not one size up, and it'll be good. The reason that I love these so much is because they are like a perfect dupe of Jamie K. So if you're familiar with the brand Jamie K, it's a pretty high-end baby toddler clothing brand. All of their clothes are made with this linen material, and they're really sweet, really cute, but they're really expensive. It's like 50 bucks to get something like this from Jamie K. So these are awesome because they're incredibly inexpensive. They look exactly like Jamie K clothes, like exactly to a T. I don't think anybody would know the difference if they saw a kid walking around in these. And I think for the price, you just like can't go wrong. Okay, so number 7 on the list is a toy, or rather kind of an activity that we got for our daughter. And it's basically, it comes with this mat. It's like a styrofoam mat, and it has little holes in it. And it comes with these pegs that are all different shapes and colors. And the really cool thing is that you can put them in this base. So this just kind of like lays flat on the floor. And then each piece also has a hole in it. So your kids can just start stacking these, and it goes like that. This is a Montessori style toy, so if you're into the whole Montessori style of learning and learning by play, this is a really good one. I would say wait until your kid is probably over 18 months old before they're really going to be into this, but it's just a fun, super easy toy, and it was all of like $10 on Amazon. Again, I'll link it below. So definitely highly recommend this one. Okay, number 8 on the list. What is the number one thing that you as a parent need if you have a toddler in your life? Nobody told me that I was gonna need one of these as badly as I do, and we use it every single day, all day long, for like everything. The handheld vacuum. This one's from Black & Decker. This is the Black & Decker Lithium. If you can hear that, that's food. That's old food that's in here. We literally just use this. But honestly, this is like a lifesaver with a toddler. Toddlers are making messes all day long, all day. There's just so much crap, and I don't want to get out our giant vacuum. I just want to do a quick like cleanup of the area, and that's exactly what these are perfect for. These are also really great for the car. You can literally plug it into like the cigarette thing. I don't even know if those are called that anymore, honestly. This is not like 1985. This is hands down the #1 thing that you need as a parent. It will make your life so much easier. I cannot suggest more getting one of these. It doesn't have to be this Black & Decker one. I'll link this one below because I do love it. Oh, this is my best friend. So nice. Please do yourself a favor and get one of these. 8 toddler Amazon must-haves. Hopefully you got something useful out of this. You found a product or two that's gonna make your life a little bit easier. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe. So I hope to see you back here in the next one, and I will see you again soon. Bye.
Brightest sky I have ever